station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
You're watching DC News Now at 9.
And coming up tonight, DC's mayor taps a new police chief to take the helm at a time when the city grapples with a growing crime crisis. Just this weekend alone, back-to-back armed robberies in a popular going-out district, and a well-known community member is shot to death in the middle of the night. Does the next chief of police have what it takes to bring the violence down?
Also coming up, Arlington County cancels ranked choice voting for the November elections. Why the increasingly popular voting system is being put on pause.
And good evening, my friends. We have more hazy skies and storms back in the forecast for your Tuesday. We'll also take a good look at that air quality concern. All that's coming up.
Thank you so much for joining us on this Monday night. You're watching DC News Now at 9. I'm Tasmin Mahfouz.
Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Flanagan. The district now on the verge of getting a new top cop. Mayor Bowser has named Pamela Smith for the police chief position. So if confirmed by city council, she'll make history as the first black woman to lead the force.
And she would certainly have her hands full. DC's violent crime is only intensifying. Now, this weekend alone was marred by deadly shootings, including the death of a beloved bicyclist killed early Saturday morning at just 27 years old.
But first, a string of armed robberies in Northwest has that area on high alert. Police looking for two people accused of robbing several groups of gunpoint over the weekend. Our Daniel Hamburg obtained exclusive video of the suspects running away and joins us live tonight in Adams Morgan on Belmont Street. And Daniel, neighbors are worried about the rise in crime. They say police, they need to be more visible.
Well, Chris, that's because there was not just one armed robbery this weekend. Saturday morning, police say two suspects targeted 4 different groups at gunpoint in the span of less than 10 minutes. People who live in Adams Morgan tell me they're fed up with crime.
It feels like the criminals have a better idea of what's going on than the police. They know who to target, when to target, who the vulnerable population is, and they're taking advantage of that.
Saturday morning around 2:16 a.m., D.C. police say 2 men between 16 and 20 years old robbed 2 people on 18th Street near the corner of California. 3 minutes later, you can see the 2 masked suspects walk east on Belmont Street, where a couple was robbed at gunpoint.
No, please.
A woman is heard saying, "It's in the purse, everything's in the purse." It happened steps away from Tom Williams' house.
I think everyone in the whole city is concerned because the crime seems to be happening everywhere throughout the city and really with no predictability.
Police say the 2 suspects also robbed 3 people at Columbia Road and Wyoming Avenue and left when one of the victims screamed, but came back 2 minutes later to 20th Street and Columbia Road, robbing 2 more people at gunpoint.
We do our best to stay as safe as we can, walk in pairs and do all those things, but sometimes it's completely out of your control.
Neighbors want to see more police presence on the streets.
I guess we got to do just a tiny little bit more to make sure it's not happening at all, especially for residents around here that walk everywhere and work and have to walk home.
So you just saw the actual 2 suspects in that surveillance video I obtained. Here is the picture from DC police of the car they are looking for, a black Hyundai Sonata with Connecticut tag of BE0465. If you see the car or know anything about these armed robberies this weekend, you're asked to call DC police. We're live in Adams Morgan. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
Daniel, thank you. So we're learning more about the woman nominated for DC's next police chief. Pamela Smith has 25 years of experience in law enforcement, mainly with Park Police, where she rose the ranks and eventually became chief of police in 2021 before retiring from the agency about a year later. Now, in May of 2022, Smith joined DC's police department, serving as the department's first chief equity officer. Now, this past April, Smith was promoted to Assistant Police Chief of the Homeland Security Bureau. Now, again, Smith's nomination comes as D.C. grapples with the growing crime crisis. Violent crime is up 36% compared to this time last year. Homicides are up 18%. Assault with a dangerous weapon is up 6%. Car thefts up a whopping 116%. Smith says she's up for the challenge.
When I lay my head down at night, I want to feel safe in D.C. And that's the reason why it's important to me to ensure that we do everything we can to drive down crime.
So we'll hear more about Smith in our next half hour. Now, if confirmed by City Council, she'll make history as the first black woman to lead the force.
Meanwhile, D.C. area waking up to hazy skies once again today. Take a look here. Canadian wildfires clouded the region, prompting another code orange air quality alert. That means air could be unhealthy for older adults, young children, and those with breathing problems will likely be dealing with this for most of the summer. Let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb.
Yeah, and Janessa, the smoke is nowhere near as thick as last month. Thank goodness for that, but still a good idea for people to limit their time outside.
Yeah, if you have asthma, very sensitive, respiratory problems, please limit your activity. No exercising at a high rate outside. So really, as this continues to unfold, I think I've been saying this for the last couple of months, as this situation continues to kind of get worse, that this is something that we're going to continuously deal with. It all has to do with the jet stream and how it fluctuates from the north to south, and right now it's in a southerly pattern, allowing for all that wildfire smoke to filter in from Canada. Right now, that live shot just showed you really can't see the haze. This smoke is different compared to the last time. The reason being, it was more at the surface level, so almost at ground level. This is a loft, so in the upper atmosphere, and so that's why a code orange is currently in place. In some areas, actually in the DMV, not in that code orange, and so really tomorrow, I think another plume starts to make its way across our region, especially tomorrow morning, and then things start to get a little bit better. And so out of a precaution, an air quality alert that was not in place today is in place starting tomorrow morning for the district and surrounding counties. That includes Montgomery, Loudoun, Prince George's County, down towards areas of Dale City and Quantico. That's will be in place for a solid 24 hours, and then Wednesday it gets even better. Dew points are not helping the situation. It's very muggy, temperatures are very warm, and so you have stagnant air that is not flowing. With a very reduced wind flow out there, it allows the air quality, unfortunately, to get a little bit worse. Tonight, that haze will still be in the sky into your overnight hours. As I said, it starts to pick up once again as we go into tomorrow morning. Temperatures are going to continue to warm up, so that is the major issue here weather-wise, is the haze, but also we have storms we're tracking in for your Tuesday. I have the full forecast coming up.
All right, Janessa, all new tonight. A community is in mourning after an avid cyclist is gunned down in Northwest D.C. Police say 27-year-old Joy Zuckerman was killed early Saturday morning. It happened on the 6100 block of 3rd Street near Quackenboss Street in Northwest. That's where our Marielle Carbone joins us live tonight. And Marielle, you spoke to a close friend of Zuckerman who says this all just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, Chris, it's really unimaginable for their friends and family. Police were called out to this scene here around midnight on Saturday. That's when they found Zuckerman out here already gone. And since then, friends, family, loved ones, they've been out here celebrating a life lost too soon.
We're missing a little piece, you know, when they are not in the room.
3 days after hearing the news, his friend's life taken away, Paul Yepes is still trying to process it.
It smacked me like a brick.
Police say 27-year-old Joy Zuckerman was shot and killed early Saturday morning in Northwest D.C. Little information has been released, not a motive or suspect. All that's left at the scene is this memorial and the word joy spray painted in purple, a reminder of a person so fitting of the name.
A lot of joy, a lot of, I would say, happiness, a lot of emotions, just a right outpouring. They came in and they lit up the room. They were distinct.
Yepes met Zuckerman through cycling. The two just recently did a 200-mile ride together.
Whenever I think about riding right now, it kind of, reminds me of that I won't be sharing another ride with my friend.
But Yepes did get back on the bike, leading a ride in memory of Zuckerman Sunday night. More than 100 people coming together to celebrate a friend, a partner, a parent.
The moments you have with the people you love is truly what you need to appreciate. I want, if whoever did this is watching, just to know that they took someone away from a little kid that's gonna miss them very much.
And there is a GoFundMe right now raising money for their partner and child. And another memorial ride is planned out to this scene, to the memorial, on Thursday. We'll get those details up for you on our website. Chrysanthemine police are also offering a $25,000 reward for any information leading to an arrest in this case. Reporting live in Northwest D.C., I'm Ariel Carbone, D.C. News Now.
Ariel, thank you. And new tonight, a fake speed camera in Montgomery County now removed. County police confirming to us it wasn't a real camera. So a spokesperson says the box pretending to be a speed camera was not placed by the department, nor was it approved. Now, one neighbor who lives nearby says he and his wife were originally excited that there was a speed camera before they realized it wasn't real.
From far away, it looks real. It was the right color, but then when you looked inside, it was like a little lending library of books. It's a hill, so they go fast, and we've talked to the county about it, and they've done a study on the street to reduce the speed. So I thought that might have been part of the study.
And so Montgomery County Police say they're looking into who placed a device there.
Well, DC News Now is your local election headquarters, and all new tonight, Arlington County's ditching ranked choice voting for now.
Yeah, so the county became the first in the Commonwealth to try out the new election method at last month's primary. Northern Virginia Bureau reporter Max Marcilla joins us live from the County Government Center. And Max, overall, the county says it was at least some kind of measure of success. So why are they holding off from using it again?
Well, even though more people liked it than not, the county is admitting and acknowledging that there were some concerns, and they want to make sure before they move forward with a potential change to how the county's elected officials are selected, that those concerns are quelled. Ranked choice voting was in place for the Arlington County Board primary in June, and it was clear people liked it.
It leads to more positive campaigning.
RCV elections reduce the risk of fringe candidates winning elections.
And those messages shared with the board over the weekend were represented in post-election surveys, which found 57% said their experience with RCV was either positive or exceptional.
I think from a logistical implementation standpoint, it was very successful.
But despite the support, some worries remain. Listen to what Jan Marie Pena told the board.
I am concerned the lack of outreach and education on ranked choice voting for the primary election possibly served to discourage voters, especially Black and Latino voters.
She says the confusion made some people question whether they would vote.
I'm confident we can do this, but I do think it needs more effort in that regard.
Michael Shea hopes the county will make a decision soon to implement it for future primaries when only one seat will be open as opposed to the 2 in June.
And the advantage to making that decision early is that it gives the county and the voters more time to learn the process more thoroughly.
So it's worth noting, even though the county is going back to the more traditional and familiar voting mechanism for the November election, it has not ruled out going back to ranked choice voting in the future. One board member saying that the decision made over the weekend was not a no forever. Reporting live in Arlington, Max Marcilla, DC News Now.
Well, a major update from the Washington Commanders. According to the Washington Post, NFL Finance Committee met remotely Monday and unofficially approved Josh Harris's $6 billion deal to purchase the Commanders from Dan Snyder. Attorneys for the NFL and Snyder also have reached an agreement resolving the legal issues that threaten to complicate the closing of the deal. This clears a way for NFL team owners to vote to ratify the sale that is expected to happen during their meeting scheduled for Thursday out in Minneapolis. The sale must be approved by at least 24 of the 32 owners and is expected to close officially as soon as Friday.
And a new library is coming to the city of Frederick. Local leaders have agreed to build a new branch at Hillcrest Park. Now that's off of South McCain Drive in the Hillcrest community, and this is the city's first library on the west side. The timing of the project, that will be talked about at a community meeting next month. We'll have more information closer to that day.